Ladies and gentlemen, may I proudly bring to you, this is Pro W Soul, and this is the question of the day. What is up with Dolph Ziggler? That's right. Seriously, what is up with him? Where has he been? What's he been doing? I mean, sure, we do see him a little time, in wrestling in WWE Raw. But quite frankly, we're not seeing him getting any push or any acceleration. It's just basically he is at the stage of nowhere, really. He is back where he was maybe even 7 years ago. He's more or less the same. He's on the same path as he was. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I was thinking to myself that, quite a while ago, but, a couple of months ago, etc. And then I was thinking to myself, he's never going to get a push, quite frankly. He's never going to get a push at all. And then there was a little glimmer of hope last month, in May 2014, where we thought to ourselves, hey, Dolph Ziggler may get an opportunity to get up a level and maybe get the world title back again. When Ric Flair himself, from many sources online, you can check it, said that, he would like to manage Dolph Ziggler, because he's got a unique look and he just needs a bit of a helping hand as such. And I thought to myself, that is perfect, that is amazing. However, apparently WWE don't want Ric Flair to manage Dolph Ziggler. They want Ric Flair to manage The Miz. Now, simply I thought to myself, why? Well, clearly one of the main reasons is because, The Miz is getting pushed quite a bit in terms of WWE have just finished wrapping up a shooting of the WWE Studios film, The Marine 4, and maybe he's good on the mic as well. He's had a lot of push. I don't really know why he's getting a lot of push. I mean, he's good on the mic, he has had. I really don't understand it, really, personally. Why would he get the opportunity to work with Ric Flair as his manager, and Ric Flair basically anointing him in a position to be the one as such? I really don't get that. I mean, The Miz has basically had Alex Riley holding his hand for over 6 months during the time when The Miz had opportunity after opportunity to build himself. He turned the WWE title upside down to make it, his own The Miz title, and it was very, very. He won the Money in the Bank and cashed it in, obviously, to win the title, etc. But he had it for a longer period, and he had it for over 6 months. He had a big feud with John Cena as well to push his career, which escalated his career as well. And he's been in WWE movies often, and he's had lots of segments with big stars such as The Rock and lots of other wrestlers, such including Ric Flair. So don't get me wrong. I mean, Dolph Ziggler has had his pushes. I mean, he was with, what's his name, Wolverine a month ago. He was back in the day for Need for Speed, the movie. Aaron Paul, he was basically backing up Dolph Ziggler as well at that time. And quite frankly, but they weren't really pushes. They were more like, hey, we need someone to basically, be a host for the day, be a chaperone basically for one of our guests as such in the WWE. And I wouldn't call that a push on a personal note. And not only that, Dolph Ziggler had the title, and when he won the title the day after WrestleMania 29, what happened? A couple of months later, he lost it to Del Rio. I mean, because he suffered a concussion and basically he was back in the line again, you know what I mean? And after that, he's had no opportunities since. So, all in all, who do you think will benefit from Ric Flair's services the most? Honestly, I think The Miz has had more opportunities to solidify his career. He's had the title longer in his time and in his prime. He's had more opportunities with movies, etc. Sure, Dolph Ziggler has had opportunity. He's been given, managers. He's had Vicky Guerrero to be his manager, and he's had Big E to be his associate as such. But they've not really helped him at all in terms of solidifying his career. I think the little push where The Miz had and Ric Flair, that was good. That was a good moment and a good segment. So I can understand in a way where the WWE want to help elevate The Miz. The only thing is, Miz was already kind of established. He's already been the guy. He's become the guy. Whereas with Dolph Ziggler, he's still trying to find himself out, who he really wants to be, etc. And I think, personally, the biggest rub and the best rub would be from Ric Flair to him. Because Ric Flair basically is Dolph Ziggler's character. That's what I think. I think Ric Flair is most associated with a guy like Dolph Ziggler. Is just the way, the styling, profiling, etc., etc. I think that perfectly fits with Dolph Ziggler. He needs a show off, which let's be truthful, Dolph Ziggler is, and so is Ric Flair. So ideally, I would like it to be, Ric Flair with Dolph Ziggler, but it's not happening. And according to Jim Ross as well, he's saying that there's some creative people in the back, they're not giving him the opportunity, and they don't want, maybe not wanting him to get ahead or whatever, or maybe he's not rubbing people the right way, etc. But what he would like to see, Jim Ross has said in his podcast, is that Dolph Ziggler, because he's the most athletic, it would become the new television champion in a multi-tournament, and they could do it over the course of so many weeks, and eventually Zigzag wins the actual tournament, and then every Monday, then for 15 minutes they have a match where it will be for the television championship. The time limit thing is what Jim Ross wants, but it won't really make a difference whether it's 15 minutes or half an hour, or I think 15 minutes is enough. Yeah, I think that would be ideal personally, and I think that could work actually. I think if they did bring another title back and bring the television championship back in the WWE, and give Dolph Ziggler that would be very good. And every Monday they could get a Twitter vote where who do you want to see him wrestle, and whenever these guys basically whoever wins the match moves, well, basically keeps the title obviously, but then if they lose the match, then they can have a rematch, but the only way they can get the rematch is through getting voted back by the crowd. And that would be a good little extension, because I think there's a lot of guys on the roster at the moment, and there's not enough titles to establish a lot of people's careers, and I think television title would be ideal for Dolph Ziggler. Apparently some people in the back may not like him. I can't quote if he said exactly they do not like him, so don't quote me on saying that. I said that, Jim Ross has said that people in the back do not like him. He may not like him, as assuming that. So, and I believe that as well. I believe there's something wrong in the creative team with the WWE where he's rubbed people the wrong way or something along the line of that. Maybe he's too vocal and too open and honest, and you know, they don't want to give him any push. And it's sad, really, because he has got a lot of talent, and you know, if he ideally, if he was managed by Ric Flair would guide him in the right direction. Ric Flair would guide him in the right direction, because I'll be truthful, Dolph Ziggler is missing something. He is definitely missing something. There's something, just, we need to get to the next level, and I think Ric Flair's got it for him. Hopefully they give him that opportunity. That won't happen. They're going to give it to The Miz. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's getting held back? Dolph Ziggler's getting held back? I certainly do. And but I hope he somehow, some way, finds his way back to the top. Hopefully with a television title. That would be awesome. If not, you know what, he's still doing it. And you know, still going out there and performing at his best ability. So good luck to him. Good luck to his future. Anyway, thank you for listening to this. Please check out prowsoul.co.uk and check out the sponsors on there. Thank you again. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you again. Peace out. Peace!